918.
Thousands of videos are being posted daily of drones in the sky over New Jersey. This is a compilation of some of those videos.
Unidentified aircraft are the size of cars.
Like the classic UFO that you would see online.
Nobody knows what these things are. Now I'm worried.
They can't track them. They know that they don't emit a signal.
They don't know anything. They don't know what it is.
What am I looking at right now, dude? On some real shit. What the fuck am I looking at?
I think we've seen about 40 or 50 of these drones.
That's not a plane.
The government doesn't know what's going on.
What is going on in New Jersey?
We just don't know.
What the heck is going on?
The FBI is investigating them, and they don't know what they are.
A major response from authorities that could be related to an incident involving a drone. It is happening in Hillsborough, New Jersey.
Holy shit, I got chills.
Alright, because I thought that was a planet, because it was just sitting stationary, and then it started moving.
Dude. One little tiny light.
I'll give you that one, Stim. That's not the same.
That's not, I've never seen a satellite do that.
That one was stationary.
I was invited to join the Ocean County Sheriff Department. They launched their own drones to see if they could intercept the mysterious aircraft New Jersey residents have been reporting in recent weeks. The department says these mystery drones evade detection because they don't give off heat like regular drones.
Why do you think that is? We don't know. It's just something that we haven't, it's not something that we've had our hands on. It's not something that we've experienced.
The fuck?
Wait. Something is crossing their paths. Look at those. They're like literally side by side, just hanging there in the air. What? Oh my God. What? I thought they were going to collide.
Why aren't we taking these drones down?
Essentially, what we have is something called the, it's a federal statute, a federal law that's called the Aircraft Sabotage Act. And it's all about, your common citizen not being able to shoot at or shoot down an aircraft. And so only the federal government can respond in a adversarial way, I'll call it. And that's frustrating, as you can imagine, both state and local governments. So you have the governor of New Jersey, federal crime for him or law enforcement on the site to shoot it down. So he can't do that.
Wow.
The bigger question, I think, is why is the federal government not taking care of this issue?
Yeah. Yeah.
There were videos taken of a lot of like car lights, almost like car alarms going off in like a big parking lot, and then one with, I think, street lights flashing.
Drones are everywhere. They're over your homes, they're at the airports, they're over military installations.
Okay, there's the moon. What the fuck is this?
It was multicolored like a plane, you know, green lights, red lights.
Holy cow. That thing is completely stationary shooting.
I hate to break it to you, the government really thinks we're that dumb. 6-foot drones flying over America and we don't know where they're coming from. And they're completely okay with these drones being there. When a weather balloon flew over America like 2 years ago from China, the government flipped its shit over a weather balloon. And now there are 6-foot drones flying over America. And the government's just like, I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know. We were too scared to take a look at them. Literally, a government official had his helicopter over one of these 6-foot drones and got too scared and flew his helicopter away. Couldn't have followed it to see where it was gonna land.
I got it!
That's a drone!
You guys see how no, that's a drone. That's a... Holy shit! I got that on video! I got that on video! Holy shit! He just shot something! He just shot something! What the... Did I not get that on video? I wasn't on video! Shut up! Shut up!
If the government did not know where these 6-foot drones are used in warfare. If they did not know where these drones were coming from, they would be scared, not calm, not saying like, oh, we don't know. They'd freak out.
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by local law enforcement. What our initial assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are? Is that correct? That's right. That's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
I'm reporting it right now.
Catherine, stop it!
Hold on. What is that?
UFOs. I've never seen that.
Justin, what the fuck is that?
I swear to God. They're disappearing.
Oh my God, they're coming to invade our fucking planet.
Guys, that's not okay. That's seriously freaky. Hush.
What do we do? And it keeps coming and coming.
Oh my God.
Look at this motherfucker. Look at him spraying. Look at that. Look at that. He is spraying the sky again. Bro, this is fucking crazy, man. Look at this guy. They're spraying the skies.
Look, nothing in the sky at all. Then all of a sudden, bam, what is that? Anybody tell me what that is? We're in the middle of the ocean. On a ferry. Nothing around. Look. Nothing around. No land, no nothing.
Es como que a veces se ve más, es como que van de un lado para el otro, boludo.
Amigo, están muy cerca, son ovnis
Están muy
seguros.
cerca, claro.
Ovni asegurado.
¿Por qué, mano? No. Van a 2 por hora, culiado, nos están filmando, boludo.
La van rapidísimo.
לשכב, go לעין, לזרוק את הפנים, הכל בסדר. זה רחוק מאיתנו, זה רחוק, זה לא נפגע. לא, זה רק נראה ככה פה. זה רק נראה. שקט, הכל בסדר, פה זה נראה עכשיו, עכשיו אנחנו נוסעים. יאללה, תכנסו לאורך.
Ja, hier, das war richtig boom.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
So you were part of a meeting last week with more than 200 mayors that was held by the New Jersey State Police Department. You say that you just got off a briefing with the White House. I guess the thing I keep coming back to on this story is, it's one thing for you to tell us there's nothing to worry about, it's not a foreign threat, there's no sort of national security concern here.
I mean, it's ridiculous that we have technology that, you know, they can read your driver's license from a mile up in the sky, probably why it's still in your pocket, yet they can't tell us what's flying just above our home.
I don't understand what's going on. There's a bunch of different narratives. The scariest one that I've heard is that the drones are looking for gamma radiation because there's a missing nuke.
Let's try this a different way. So this is for entertainment purposes only. And I'm going to tell you a story. It's purely fiction story, but it's a story nonetheless. Okay. So human beings, for some while, have been in communication with, shall we say, outside entities. These are interdimensional beings. Remember, this is a story. And those interdimensional beings have been sharing technology with the highest echelons of the intelligence community on Earth for some while. In fact, since about 1947, when this was really, where it all began, after a certain area called Roswell became into the news. Now, this links into a lot of ancient history, including tales from the Sumerians, which talk of a different race called the Anunnaki that came down to Earth and supplied human beings with technology in order to be able to progress. Now, it's got so far in this story that human beings have progressed to the point where we're almost becoming interstellar. Now, that means that we will no longer be earthbound in this 3D matrix that the other beings created in order to give us an indication as to a reality that they wish us to understand, and to blind us from the reality that we are infinite beings. Now, human beings by themselves have flaws, and these flaws were actually bred into them in some ways by our creators in this story. And that explains with the different DNAs, the different blood groups, the O negative element to that. And we can see that we hold not only some of the bloodlines, but also some of the flaws of our creators. So the creators have seen the problems that they created in history when they had their own wars. And they don't want us to go through the same thing, because human beings continue to have war. And that's okay, because it creates a balance in the world. But in this story, as soon as you start utilizing nuclear fission, it then becomes a threat not only to the nations that are involved, but also the planet itself. And the planet in this story is really delicate and needs to have a balance in order for these beings to be able to continue with their mission. And their mission is to increase the consciousness of this group of beings, which we call humankind, which are after their own image. So in this story, imagine that these beings monitor nuclear facilities, and have done since the early 40s, since the emergence of the atomic bomb. And a lot of these sightings of craft, which are interdimensional craft, and some are within the Earth itself, deep in the Earth and in the Earth's oceans, which they use to monitor us in the same way as they monitor us from the moon in this story. And the moon is a projection of a 3D matrix in this story. So imagine that things get out of hand with nuclear proliferation, and the beings have already been able to identify where our missiles are. They know that the missiles don't work, and they know that they can negate nuclear missiles. But imagine in this story that 40 nuclear warheads went missing after the breakup of the Soviet Union. So areas like Kazakhstan, Ukraine, in this story, lost some nuclear munitions, which found themselves in a very deep black market. And say in this story that someone was able to take one of those nuclear munitions, and in the view of trying to create and disrupt the world, brought one of those nuclear munitions to the United States. At that point, different parts of the government that are in collusion with these beings in this story would seek to find that munition. And we have that ability now. It's called drones. And the drones go out there and can sniff for this, nuclear reactive munition in this story. And the plasma orbs in this story are the alien allies that too are trying to find this. And the plasma orbs are interdimensional in this story, where they can go in and out of dimensions and in and out of even our reality. We see them one moment and then they disappear the next. So in this uneasy alliance between the beings that created us in this story and what we are doing to the planet in a number of areas, but most certainly the biggest threat to the agenda of these beings in which we are created in their image, they already see what we are likely to do. And should this munition go off, it would create massive change in the world. And that's a change that these beings are not willing to undertake. So at the very highest levels of government, these beings are speaking. They're making themselves known. We've known about them since the Middle Ages and beyond, probably 10,000 years BC. We've known about these, and they've been in constant contact with the leaders of our communities since time began. Now, as we emerge as a nuclear nation and species, we are now in the potential area of threat to destroy the planet in this story. And of course, this story is just pure fiction. Pure fiction. So there we are.
It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.